everyone. How's everybody doing? I love seeing so many people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for wishing us a happy anniversary. I can't believe 2015 was the year we got married. Crazy how time flies. And so Cameron is 5 or 5.5 now. So we had 5 years married and 5 years with Mr. Cam. And we are so, so fortunate. Oh my goodness. I love this. It's people from all over the world. Miriam, I'm glad you're able to finally make it live. Congratulations. Our friends in the Netherlands, of course, are here. Goedenavond, right? Because it's nighttime where y'all are at. It's awesome. People out over on the East Coast, people on the West Coast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's always a blast. Getting to do this kind of stuff. Man, we've been busy little bees, that's for sure. So we apologize if you haven't been, hearing from us as much as we usually do. We have a couple big trips and stuff coming up that I'll talk about when we get to the news. And actually, Craig, did we want to just jump into the news?
Yep, I don't have it.
Oh, okay. All right. So here's some dates to look out for. So October 12th, that's going to be a fundraiser for our nonprofit, 4 Strings at a Time. We are so incredibly excited because it's going to be a workshop day, workshops all day. It's free to join into the live stream. So we'll have it. Well, it'll be a lot like our live streams that we're hosting here, where, stuff is shown on screen, etc. But if you want to support, our nonprofit and you want to have the workshop materials in your hands, you'll be able to download them and purchase them on 4 Strings at a Time's website. And we are just so excited. Jake Shimabukuro is going to be one of the teachers, as well as myself, Craig Chi, Lena Girl, Neil Chin, and Corey Mao. It's going to be a really fun day. We might even have a few guests pop in. We shall see. But October 12th.
And the idea behind that, too, is that we do want to do some workshops, but we also are going to have some play-alongs using some of those techniques right after those workshops as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so expect to be with us all day, like 9 to, what did we say, Craig? To 3, I think. And part of this, too, is we had folks who had requested, so Ukulele Summit is our big in-person event that the nonprofit puts on. And we had our very first one, and people from around the world were like, I wish we could see the workshops. We loved seeing the stage because we could actually live stream that stage. But we live streaming the workshops on top of that, budgetarily was just not feasible. So we are bringing a workshop day to you folks in hopes that we can raise more funds. Who knows? If we can raise enough money, maybe one day we'll be able to live stream workshops. But as of right now, we will not be able to for Summit. But you never know. So that's October 12th. Mark your calendars. And then, of course, there is also Ukulele Club happening. I'm going to pull up my calendar real quick. Ukulele Club of Hawaii that is happening in October. There is no club this month. We're super sad, but it is what it is. October 25th. October 25th is going to be Ukulele Club of Hawaii. Very excited to be able to do that. Once we know the guest or guests, the nonprofit will send out an email to everybody, and it should be a really fun club. There will be a costume contest. There will be prizes like we did last year. So definitely Ukulele Club friends, come in costume. So it should be a really, really fun time. And of course, we have 2 big trips coming up. We have the Los Angeles International Ukulele Festival. That is our very first trip. We're actually leaving, I cannot believe it, already next week. The festival is the 18th through the 20th, actually it's the 19th through the 21st at the Torrance Cultural Center. And that one, gosh, we've done this one several times, and it's just so much fun. It's also a family-friendly one, too, where the price is at a point where, it's very easy for families to come. There's free beginner workshops and stuff. So I highly, highly recommend it.
I think it's the most bang for your buck
Yeah.
ukulele event in the U.S., I think. It's really fantastic.
Yeah, I appreciate that Mitch has tried to keep it like affordable so that, you know, and anybody and everybody can actually come.
Well, it's also nice for people like on the fence, like
Yeah.
that aren't really 100% gung ho ukulele, but
Yeah.
they want to, you know, dabble a little bit. But
Yeah.
this is a great experience for that price.
And is it right that there's also like an extra concert too?
On Sunday, there's an extra concert and event with, I believe, Kathy and Marcy.
Oh man, that's going to be awesome. And that you have to purchase tickets separately, if I remember correctly. So
That's
I
gonna be really
recommend
neat.
that because
I
that's
think
going to be
Kimo
awesome.
Hussey as well is going to be doing something with them on Sunday as well.
What? Okay, yeah. So definitely.
Yeah, unfortunately, we will be heading back home on Sunday morning.
Yes, we have to head home because we need to get back to Cameron, but then we leave again. And you will see us, those of our friends who are in Canada, you get to see us at the Fort Langley International Ukulele Festival. Very excited. That's going to be, Craig and I will be there, our friend Neil Chen, who's also one of the board members of 4 Strings at a Time. We're going to be talking about our E Ho'okani Pila program. Super stoked about that. But we'll also be teaching workshops and stuff. Brian Tolentino, Halehaku Seabury, Andrew and Jay Molina, Eduardo Garcia, and lots more. It's going to be really, really fun. And that one is September, I think it's September 26th through the 28th, but double check on that. I don't have my graphic up, but it is like the following weekend, and we are really excited to get to see our
One thing I forgot
friends.
to mention, if you do see us in LA or Vancouver, definitely come to me. I have a camera. I'm going to put together a little tidbit of, you know, what ukulele means to you. And we've been lucky to hear so many different stories of how people found the ukulele or how the ukulele found them. And would love to share that with people. And as a favor to the festivals, I'll also be asking the question, you know, why are you here? What makes this event special? So I'll have my camera. I'm doing a lot of video work in LA for the festival itself.
Yes.
So find me. We'll do some fun things together. But it's going to be great. And thank you again, everyone in the chat saying happy anniversary. It was an incredible 10 years, and we hope for at least another 30 more. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Yep. I'm trying to think if there was anything else in our news that we wanted to make sure we got out there. Oh, E Ho'okani Pila are the nonprofits elementary school pilot program. We actually made one episode available to the public. If you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, definitely check it out. It's on the 4 Strings at a Time YouTube channel. We made the Lo'i episode available for the public. Part of the reason why, because that's episode number 4. So the kids have already gone through and done some music basics, and they've already had some chord strumming and picking prior to that episode. So keep that in mind when you watch it. But this one is one that there is a huge cultural significance around kalo or tarot. And so we go into that, we visit a lo'i, and it's just a very, it's an episode that kind of shows the vision of the program, and we wanted to let people see it so that if you enjoy the work that we're doing for our kids here, we ask please donate and share this episode with others, because we really want to be able to continue filming and be able to continue this program past a pilot, but we need funding in order to make that happen. So please share that episode. If you're on our email list, you actually received the link in the email, but you can also go to 4stringsatatime.org, look in our programs, E Ho'okani Pila. It's also on that page too. I believe it's 4stringsatatime.org/elementary pilot, but just go to 4stringsatatime.org and you'll be able to find it pretty easy.
Okay, so Fort Langley is 25th through 27th.
Fort Langley Ukulele Festival in British Columbia. It is September 25th through the 27th. Correct? Craig, that's what you just told me? Okay. I will make sure. My apologies.
October 2nd, we just got word, Worship Night Ukulele Sing-Along in British Columbia.
Yes, in Vancouver, yes. I had done up a graphic, but we just weren't quite ready in time. So yes, so that is something that you can bring your ukulele, actually, did she write in the chat, Craig? Because I have other stuff open, so I didn't see. Where is that? Yes, I think tinyurl.com/10th uke. TENTH, uke. And you can actually sign up to get the music sheets and stuff. You don't have to be a member of the church. You can come, bring your ukulele, and have a really fun time. So definitely check that out if you are in Vancouver. Should be a lot of fun. Yoo-hoo!
Now, we did have a question in the chat that I want to address too. We have, I was talking about the update for ArtistWorks. There is a huge site update that they are doing, which allows us to do a lot of different things. But one of the biggest things that we'll chat about, let me see, let me switch cameras for a second. You can talk about integration with our YouTube so we can do more cover songs and all that.
Okay, so one of the big issues that ArtistWorks has had is that different, I forget what it's called, the companies that have copyrights of songs have been coming down, the big companies have been coming down very hard on a lot of websites, including ArtistWorks. And so we haven't been able to do a lot of songs that are not public domain anymore. And so we have found a way that we will actually be integrating more of this YouTube channel with ArtistWorks so that we can then actually do some of those cover songs, which is great because we've had many requests and we're like, yeah, well, we can't do that. I'm very sorry because, otherwise ArtistWorks will get sued and yeah, it's a thing. So finally, we have found a way with the new platform that we'll be able to kind of have our cake and eat it too, in a way. So it'll utilize some stuff on this channel. We'll actually be able to do a few, more stuff with our students via YouTube, which is kind of fun, coming up and all of that stuff. Are you ready, Mr.
But there's just a lot more integration of what we can do. We can actually do more of the big lesson materials from our studio and have an easier time to upload it straight rather than going directly to them in their studios to do it. And there are some new tools for the end user as well as us to be able to do more things with you guys. So a couple big plans in the works, and one thing I know that I'm going to be doing separately, I'm going to be having mini check-in welcome video lessons on that homepage twice a month or once every other week. Where I'm going to be giving some assignments. So it's about time we actually gave you guys some homework to work on and encourage you to kind of keep pushing forward with that. And we also have some ideas about a dedicated live stream just to help answer questions once a month from ArtistWorks students as well.
That's different from the check-in.
Yeah, we'll have another check-in, I think, next month.
Yeah, October I have it set up. I want to say it, I can't remember the date right now, but we do have an October check-in set in our calendars to make sure that that it happens. Because I know we haven't been able to do it over the summer because we've just been busy filming and prepping for a Ho'okani Pila that's been kind of taking over our lives. But we're getting those episodes up and ready for the students and all that good stuff. So, yeah, very excited.
And again, thank you so much for joining us live. Thank you if you're watching the replay. But everything is free. We show everything on the screen. If you would like your own packet and helping support these live streams, please think about going to craigandsarah.com/live and picking up your own packet. Yes. We also have, for the first time in a few months, a
scholar packet. I finally had time to make a scholar packet. The scholar packet is a little bit extra, but it includes an extra video lesson where I go through this song and we actually learn the chord melody. Right? Where this can't be love because I feel so well. So it's already recorded. It's up and running. If you purchase your scholar packet, the link is in the packet. Multiple places I put it, just because I know in the past and I only have it in one spot, people have trouble finding it. So it's in multiple spots so that you'll have your link and of course the PDF. That lesson is it's not about learning my arrangement. Yes, I have an arrangement there, but it's about showing you different ways that you can change up the chords. I don't want you to take what I wrote and be like, I'm only going to play it this way. It's like, no. I want you to have, these are tools so you can rearrange it and change it. I want to hear your version of the song. So there is that. So very excited. So that's the scholar packet for this month that we finally have. So I guess we could probably go ahead and hop to it, everybody. So I'm going to try out.
One last thank you to, just a huge thank you for being the people you are, because ukulele people are amazing.
Yes.
And we just, again, love being a part of this community. So thank you for being you.
Yes, 100% agree, Mr. Craig. So what I have here is the absolute bare bones of what you could do with this song, okay? I tried to make, and it's going to sound funny for some of you because you've heard the song enough times that you're like, I hear a change there. There should be something different there. I could have pared it down even more, but I decided to we'll just go with this, okay? I have some of the chords listed at the top. Oh, there we go. Finally got it all on screen. So let's go through and let's just give this song a try, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, C. This can't be love because I F feel so well. No C subs, no sorrows, G7, no sighs. Back to C, this can't be love. I get no F, dizzy spells. My C head, G7 is not in C skies. My heart does B minor, not stand E7 still. Just hear it A minor. This is E minor, A7, to D7, B, G7, C. This can't be love because F, I feel so well. C chord. But I love G7 to look into, see your eyes. We'll speed up, let's do it again. Back to C. This can't be love because I F feel so well. C. No sobs, no sorrows, G7, no sighs. C. This can't be love, I get F, no dizzy spells. My C head is G7, not in C skies. My heart B minor, not E7, just A minor beat. This is E minor, A7, D7 to the G. C. This can't be love because I F feel so well. C. But I love G7 to look into your C. And we'll stay on C. Stay on C. Beautiful. Yay. So if you're not repeating it, instead of it, if you're not going to repeat the song, you can just leave this as a C chord if you want, and it'll sound lovely, okay? So that's our super, super basic version of the song. Moving forward, one of the first things that we can change super, super easy is actually changing that second C. So instead of keeping it C the whole time, I'm actually thinking ahead because C7 leads really nicely into your F major chord. Anybody know why? I wrote the answer down. So a C7 is actually the 5 chord of an F. And if you know, if you're going from a plain Jane C and I add this and I go to F, it always sounds super nice because the C7 typically leads you to an F chord when you're in the key of F. Yes, I know this song is in the key of C, but you can do fun little things like that within these songs, especially if you know, oh, the 5 is leading to the 1. Then why don't you just make it a dominant 7 chord, and it makes going to the 1 sound even nicer. So that's the first thing that we're kind of changing. The second thing is, some of you guys who've been with us for years are like, Sarah, is there anything else you'll talk about besides 1, 6, 2, 5? No. It's my favorite, so we're going to talk about it. So the other thing that we're also going to do is we're going to look at this section right here. We've got C, C, and then a bunch of G7. Well, to me, that's the perfect place to be able to change things up. So what we're going to do is we are going to take the chords, the 1, and if we look at my handy dandy chart, that's some kind of C major, which I have right here, my 1. And then instead of playing a C in that next measure, I'm playing the 6. And I'm going ahead and I'm following the rules, and I'm going to make it A minor for now. And then my 2 chord, if we look over here, it's D minor, right? And then to G7, I still have that G7 there. So really, I'm only changing 2 measures if you look at it. That's why they're highlighted, right? C and A minor. They actually sound really similar. Does anybody know why they sound similar? Because A minor is the what of C major. A minor is the relative minor of C major. All that means, and what we've talked about in past live streams, including that minor live stream, by the way, that minor jam, is that C major starts on a C note, or C major scale starts on a C note, and it's no sharps or flats. A minor starts on an A note, and there's no sharps or flats. They share the exact same scale notes, but the scales just start in a different place, which is why they have a different sound, okay? The notes are different intervals from each other. All right, let's try and see what this sounds like. Okay, and just in case people don't, do I have it? No, I do not. Okay, so just in case, A minor looks like this, okay? D minor looks like F with a friend, okay? Everything else, we should be good to go. C7, open, 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 1. Okay? I'm going to do a close-up of my hand. That way you can see the changes. So we're going to just start down here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. This can't be love because I F feel so well. No subs, A minor, no sorrows, D minor, no sighs, G7, repeat it. This can't be love because I F feel so well. C chord, no subs, A minor, no sorrows, no sighs, G7, end on C. Yay! So there you go. It's already changed up a little bit and sounds lovely. But wait, there's more. There's always more. Y'all know this from workshops with me. Okay, variation number 1. So this is a jazz tune, and many jazz tunes don't always use plain old triads, meaning chords that have 3 notes. Your regular C chord just has 3 notes in it, right? If I was to go through these, you'd have a G, a C, an E. That's actually technically all I need for my C chord. And then I have this extra note here, which is a C note on my A string. These 2 notes are just an octave apart. So this is technically just C, E, and G. That's it. But it just has 2 different C's happening. Okay? Versus C major 7, open, 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 and 2. Okay? That's a C major 7. Ooh, it's a spooky and beautiful sounding chord. Your A minor, right, that we were playing, has 2 A's in it that are the same if you play high G. right? So it's A, C, E, A. But A minor 7 is G, C, E, A. It's just all open strings, okay? A minor 7. If anybody wants to be fancy, they can play other A minor 7s. But for now, open A minor 7 will work with. D minor was our original chord. And all we're going to do is we're just going to add a note to the 3rd fret of our A string. And you have D minor 7. So you're just adding the note right there. G7, you can just play G7. You know G7. But I'll just write it here so you have it, okay? So down here we have C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, and G7. Those of you guys who have been in past workshops might say, but Sarah, can I do this, D minor 7, and scoot my pinky down in pitch? Sure, you can play that. That's a G9 chord. And that chord I've talked about multiple times in our workshops. And you may absolutely use that instead of G7 if you want. And it leads nicely if you know you're repeating and going back to C major 7, okay? So you could totally do that. So let's try this now with these new chords. And you may pick G7 or G9. Doesn't matter to me which one you choose. But we're going to start on C. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. Major 7, no subs. A minor, no sorrows. D minor 7, no sighs. G7 or 9. Let's repeat it. Back to C. This can't be love because I feel so well. Major 7, no subs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7. Just end on C. Excellent. I'm just going to stay on the close-up for now because let's go down to variation number 2. Variation number 2, I want you to notice that I am changing and breaking some rules down here because, actually, just kidding. I'll talk to you. So the something that you can do is you can, if it works with your melody, change up things so that it is a dominant 7 chord versus it being a minor 7 chord. Now, does anybody know why this is considered breaking the rules? Well, if we were to go back, and I'm going to do this, make everyone motion sick for a second as I scroll up. If we were to go back and look at all of these chords that are listed as being friendly in our key of C, right? You'll discover that all of those dots and open strings are all notes that have no sharps or flats. So they all utilize notes found in your C major scale. So all of them are going to sound nice in the key of C major because it's even that B minor 7 flat 5. If we walk through this shape, which looks like G9, by the way, you're going to have an A, a D, an F, and a B note. So again, no sharps or flats, even with the chord name being something crazy, okay? Now, when we go and we make a chord be A7 instead of A minor 7, let's look and see what exactly we're playing for our A7 here. That A7, the notes that I'm holding are going to be what? G, right? But what's this note? If this is C and I'm 1 fret up, it's C sharp, y'all. It has a note in it that is non-diatonic, okay? That just is fancy for saying it doesn't belong in the key, but it sounds very pretty. The rest of them, you have E and, of course, A, right? So this is a very fancy pants note in it. Same with, instead of D minor or D minor 7, I have D7, which, hey, that's an A note. That's fine. There's a C note here in this D7. But, hey, that's an F sharp note that's happening, whether it's this D7, 2 open, or this D7. it's still there. There's an F sharp note happening in this. So you are playing chords that are not found typically in the key. So you have to just be mindful, use your ear. If the melody note during that A7 is a C note, maybe you don't play A7 because it has a C sharp note in it, but you'll listen and you'll figure it out. Your ear, excuse me, your ear is your best tool. So let me take a quick sip of tea. And let's go through and give this one a try after I write in these guys. And let's see how it sounds. If you want to use the barred D7 instead, or a D7 anywhere else on your fretboard, same with your A7s, you can play A7 anywhere you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to play Plain Jane because this is our first time adding it to the song. That way we can kind of really listen and see what it sounds like. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. This can't be love because I feel so well. Major 7, no sobs. A7, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, back to the C. We'll start it over. This can't be love because I F feel so well. Major 7, no sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. Let's do it one more time. Speed up. C. This can't be love because I feel so well. Major 7, no sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, and end on C. Nice. It totally worked and sounded very lovely. So you could use either one. But if you're playing with someone else, and especially if they're a chord-based instrument, tell them if you're playing minor versus a dominant 7, okay? A dominant 7 chord is based on a major chord. So that is very different than a minor chord. So you will want to tell whoever you're playing with what's going on with the song. Okay, moving forward, I have yet another variation. Of course. Oh, look, and I also found one of our first typos. This guy. This should be, actually, I don't have to scratch through all of it. This should be variation number 4 down here. I also discovered there is no page 9 in this handout. That's another typo we'll get to once we get to that page. But, all right, variation 3. Instead of playing a 1-6-2-5, I said, let's make it a 3-6-2-5. We're going back to being playing chords that play nicely in our key. So if I'm in the key of C and I want to do my 3, it's C, D, E, and it would be an E minor chord. I made it E minor 7. You can make it a regular plain Jane minor if you want, but I like E minor 7. It's very easy. It looks like C major 7, but with a friend. Yeah? A minor 7 was just open, D minor 7 here, and then G7. Or for those of you that want to be fancy, you could always play G9. I don't judge. You choose, you do you. So let's give this a shot and see how it sounds. Okay. 1, 2, 1, whoops, wrong pedal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and C. C7. And then your F. E minor, A minor, D minor 7, G7, C, C7, and F. E minor. Oh, I messed up. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C7, because F I feel feel so well. E minor, no sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, again with C. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, and we'll all end on C. C. Yay! There we go. And if I could get back to the view of just me and the iPad, that'd be awesome, Craig, because for some reason my button isn't working. So variation number 3, you saw that, and you can see how, yeah, it sounds really, I like Yvette. Wow, that's awesome. So one of the cool things about this is it just, I don't know, this adding that D note really kind of opens things up. But now we can take what we did prior and actually do E minor 7 to A7 instead. So down here, variation 4, we still have E minor 7, but now we're going to switch it up to A7, D7, and then G7 or G9. It doesn't matter to me which one, okay? So let's go through this and see how this sounds. Now remember, it's E minor 7, so open 2 to A7, then D7 and G7, okay? 1, 2, 3, back to your C. This can't be love because I feel so well. E minor 7, no sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, do it again, C. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, and we can end on C. Yay! Now, there's another variation I want us to try that I kind of hid, though if you have the handout, you saw it already, is we are going to try out something that, again, I have done in past workshops, right? But this is giving you another place you can use it. Again, I teach you things I use all the time, and this is another trick I use all the time. So hold D minor 7 for me, right? So we have 2, 2, 1, and 3, right? Here we go. So 2, 2, 1, and 3. Now I want you to take this and I want you to scoot it up 1 set of frets. So now I'm holding 3, 3, 2, and 4. And then I want you to scoot it up one more time. Now you're holding what's at the bottom of the page. You're holding 4, 4, 3, and 5. That's E minor 7 in a new place, okay? Potentially new place for you. So, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna take our little pinky finger, which would be this dot, and then we're gonna scoot only that finger down. Move that pinky back up. Move that pinky back down. Move that pinky up. Move the pinky down. Pinky back up. Pinky down, okay? That's all we need to do for E minor 7 to A9, okay, instead of A7. Then we take the whole thing and we move it down to the first fret, 2, 2, 1, and 3. And then you scoot the pinky down. Scoot the pinky back up. Scoot the pinky down. Now the hard part is going from here up to the 3rd fret, okay? Remembering that this, I am not writing beautifully today. Remembering that that's the 3rd fret, okay? So going from an F and moving up to the 3rd and then adding everybody down, okay? Now, you know how to play F. You've played it the measure prior. So if you need to jump off and stop playing F for a hot minute, you can, okay? I'm gonna play F the full 4 times. So let's try adding in that bottom line, okay? Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. This can't be love because I feel so well. Get ready. We're going to move up to the 3rd fret. No subs. Move your pinky. No sorrows. 1st fret. No sighs. Pinky down. Back to the C chord. This can't be love because I feel so well. Get yourself up to the 3rd fret. Here it is. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. C chord. Do it again. This can't be love because I feel so well. Get ready. Moving up. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. C. This can't be love because I feel so well. 3rd fret. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. End on C. Yay! You did it. So you can totally add fun little tricks like that in there. So we're basically playing a pattern on our instrument and repeating that pattern. So the only chord that we're playing that's not friendly in our key is that A9 because it's based off of an A7. If I wanted, I could play E minor 7 to A7, D minor to G7, right? It's up to you, whatever you think sounds best to your ear and what you like to play. But I just wanted to point this out because again, this is something that, I have talked about in past workshops, and it's like, here's a perfect spot that you can totally use that. Now, continuing on. That C for 4 beats or that C and the C7, come on, y'all. You think I'm going to leave that alone? No. Oh, I love Alexis saying, this is already a big change from where we started. Sure is. And you could stop there if you wanted. You don't have to do all this extra stuff. Again, I'm throwing all the things in the kitchen sink at it just so that we have all of the potential options. Well, not all of them, because there's even more. As I was making this handout, it was like almost 20 pages because I was going through and doing all the things. And I told Craig, I was like, I'm going to cut back on a few things. But it's been really fun working on this and kind of going, ooh, I could do this, ooh, this, ooh, this. And the thing is, every day I'll have a new idea and a new thing I can add, depending on what I'm doing. So here, the melody of the song goes, right? This can't be love. And I love it because Miriam's like, that F is still suspicious. It sure is, Miriam. And that's actually a part that I didn't go through all the changes that we could do to it, because there's a lot you can do with those 2 F chords too. But we'll change a little bit. Okay, so, because our melody goes down chromatically for just a hot minute, this can't be, and also thinking about the relationship C7 has to F, I thought, in the past, talking about 2-5-1s and 1-6-2-5 progressions, okay, in the key of F for just a minute with me, what relationship, or what is the 2 in the key of F? Well, it would be F, G, and the 2 chord is usually a minor. So why don't I play G minor 7 there with my C7 chord? It will lead beautifully to F. And if I do that, then take a look at my C chord to start. I'm holding this one, okay? This one is that open 4-3-3, okay? And then what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about is leading myself down to this G minor chord, okay? So I can take this shape and move it down. And if I'm only playing 3 strings right now, the C, the E, and the A, technically it's in this context, I want it to be an A flat minor because I want the bass player to play an A flat there because I'm leading myself to G minor 7 and then C7. Okay? So, C for 3 beats. Move it all down. And honestly, you can strum through all of it. It just won't sound 100%. Okay? But yeah, C. Move it down. G minor 7. C7. Okay, so that's what those red numbers means. It's how many beats. So we have 1, 2, 3, move it down, and then C7. And then it leads us to our F, okay? Now, real quick, I'll just write this down here. So you have E minor 7, A7. I just left this D7 and G7 down here, okay? So you have those. Now you'll notice I have a little star here. I list the chord name as A flat minor. Technically, it's not because there's a random G note happening in this particular version of it. Oh, sorry, this one, which shouldn't be, but whatever. It's especially if you play high G, no one's going to know. If you play low G, people will probably say, what's that horrible sound? But anyway, you'll notice that technically what I should have written in that measure was actually 2 beats of C, and then A minor 7, and then walk it down. But don't worry about that. Just play this and you'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, move it down, C7. Because I feel so well. No E minor subs, A7, no sorrows, D7, no sighs, G7, back to the top 3rd fret. This can't be love because I feel so well. No subs, no sorrows, no sighs. Do it again, 3rd fret. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. C, this can be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrow, no sighs. And we'll all end on C. Yay! Fun to play, yeah? Especially because you're matching. I mean, you could always do, this can't be love. And that was me coming back up. But again, whatever. This is yours. I'm giving you tools. You can create the cabinet however you want. So, continuing on, I have another variation. Now, this one is one that some people may go, ha, yeah, I'm not playing that, Sarah. I'm going to play what you did up above. And you can, and it'll be just fine. So what we're doing here is we're going to be holding a C6 chord, also known as A minor 7. Excuse me. And so for this, you'll notice that I am barring completely the 2nd fret. I add my middle finger to cover the E and the A string, and my ring comes over here to that 4th fret of the C string. Okay, so here we have this lovely guy. And then we're going to take this, and then we're going to move her down to the A flat minor 7. It's a full A flat minor 7 now. And then G minor 7, I'm moving it down. And then instead of going just to C7, I'm actually going to take my middle finger and it's going to cover my 1st fret of the A string, but my E string is open. And I notice that I left my ring here. I'm playing a C9 chord now. So open 2, open 1. I tend to do this, moving everything down. You could do this, but either way, whatever finger you're using to cover 2 strings then only covers 1 when you get to C9, okay? This is, again, just an option. For those of you that want to do this, please feel free. Also, there's one more little option we could do that's not written down, and it looks like this, which is, it's pretty much a lot like what we did before. So I could hold open 4, 5, and 3. Open 4, 5, and 3. So that guy, I'm just going to write it here. So open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. So that's on the 3rd fret. This is an A minor 7 or a C6. Okay? And you could do this can't be love because I, right? Because it looks like a G minor, but it's on the 3rd fret. You could do that if you wanted as well. Okay? Again, there's all kinds of options. And that's not even in the handout, but this one is. So let's go for it. Nice and slow. Again, just because E minor, A7, D7, and G7 for those of you that need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7. Get your crazy chords ready. This can't be love because I feel so well. I'm playing an F add 9 because I can. No sobs, no sorrows. D7, G7. I'm speeding us up. Get your crazy chord. This can be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. End on C. Nice. Not too bad, right? And, you know, it's just a little bit of, you know, chord shape changes and stuff. And don't forget, you can also, this can't be love, right? You can play it in other places. This idea of moving closed chords around can be done anywhere on your instrument. I'm just showing it to you in the 1st position area-ish so that you can then move things around on your own. Okay. Now, we've only worked on the 1st verse. Let's look at the 2nd verse. 2nd verse, you'll notice that so this is verse number 1, and this is verse number 2. Notice how the 2nd line is exactly the same. So all of the things that we did, like altered, we could totally just stick to, and it would be just fine. Okay? Now, if we look at down here, there's a big difference between this guy and this guy. Notice that I have only 1 measure of C to G7 and then the C for 2 measures. So I have my head is not in the sky. My heart does, and it goes to the B section. Now, one thing I can do is the same concept that I did up in the 1st verse, but I have less time to do it in. So instead of each chord getting 1 measure, they now get 2 beats each because I'm squeezing it into half the time. I'm squeezing 4 measures worth of chords into 2 measures, basically. So that's what we have down here. I'm going back to the original, which was 1, 6, 2, 5, and I left it a regular. You can just do plain C for now. Don't worry, we'll change it, but for now, D minor and G7. Okay. Because again, I like to start simple and then make it complicated. So looking at this. I'm being nice. If you want to use this version, you can, but I was nice and just did the open G version of it for you folks. Let's try this version of our second verse, okay? At the bottom of the page. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. My head, 2 beats. My head, A minor, is not in the skies. Let's go back to the 3rd fret. This can't be love because I feel so well. 2 beats. My head is not in the skies. Get your 3rd fret ready. Let's do that verse again. This can't be love because I feel so well. 2 beats. My head is not in the skies. We'll just end it there for now, okay? Lovely. Sounds great. We squished it in to 2 measures instead of them each getting their own measure. Sounds nice. Let's put it all together. So here, I've kind of forced this onto you folks of these. But again, remember, if you wanted to, you could totally change that up to be a bunch of different ones. Let me double check, make sure I don't do that to you. Oh no, I do other stuff on the next page. Okay, but remember, in this area, I could do my head is not in the sky. That's that C, A7, D minor, or D7, G7, right? I could do that. All those variations of 1, 6, 2, 5s, you can try out just in a shorter format. My head is not in the skies. Or C, whatever. And also all of your Cs could be major 7s if you want. The trouble is a lot of the melody does happen to land on that C note. So you need to make sure vocally that you can hit that major 7th note or make sure you can hit that root note without sounding off and funny, and being dissonant. But that's a whole other thing. Let's go through and play a verse 1 and a verse 2. How exciting! Finally putting it together. It's been 43 minutes, you guys. And we're finally putting 2 verses together. But you can see, there's a lot that we've done, and we haven't even touched this. And man, I want to touch it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7. This can't be love. I get no dizzy spells. 2 beats. My head is not in the skies. My heart does. And the song continues on. Now I'm going to just jump forward. I know I'm not making us play this one a bunch because you're going to play it again, but with some new chords added. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that F chord. And I made it a B flat 7 chord. Now, I actually don't have time in this particular, and I think I even wrote about it. I don't have time in this particular live stream to be able to go into that. But basically what I am doing is a backdoor progression where I could go F, F minor, B flat 7, and then switch around, but that's like a whole thing. A lot of times when you see the song written out, sometimes it's also just B flat 7 in that measure. So you can totally play it, but I'm not gonna get too into the nitty gritty of why, because there's not a lot of time left, but maybe there'll be another time when I can come back to this song or another song that uses backdoor progressions, and we can kind of go through those, because they're really fun ways of kind of getting into other spaces with your chords tonally and all that. So I'm making it a B flat 7 chord. Then the other thing I'm also doing, and this is something that's very, very common, is if you're stuck on the 1 chord, especially going to a B section, like down here, a lot of times you might hear somebody play the 1, they'll go to the 4 major, and then the 4 minor, and then go back to the 1. It's super common. You also hear it done in many endings, right? But it allows you to be able to have a little bit of something happening so that you're not just sitting on a chord for 8 beats. There's lots of other things we could do in that area, but I just chose something that was fairly simple for us to do there. Now, for practice, I actually want us to practice that, because notice that it's on 1 beat on F and 1 beat on F minor. I'm telling you the beat number it's on. It's on the 3rd beat and it's on the 4th beat. So let's actually practice skies. So 2 beats of C, F, F minor, and C. Now what I did there with my hands, not everybody's comfortable doing, but C for 2 beats, F, move my index down and add my pinky like that, as opposed to flipping my fingers like this. I actually can move this finger down. And because I'm only playing it for 1 beat, that's why I do it. And then I'm in place with my C note, right, happening on the A string there. But not everyone is comfortable being able to do this and kind of weirdly squishing their fingers. I wouldn't play F minor like this normally. It's just because of what's happening in the context of the chord that's making me just say, oh, I'll just move my finger and call it good. So let's try that together. 2, 3, 4, C, F chord, F minor, and C. Also, you could leave your pinky the whole time if you wanted. C, add the F chord, and minor, C. Like you could do that too. So C, and your F, F minor, C. All right. And don't forget, we have our F chord followed by a B flat 7. For those of you that are excited about switching up, let's start from the top. Here we go. So we're starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love, because I F feel so well. B flat 7. No subs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7, 2nd verse. This can't be love, I get no dizzy spells. B7 or B flat 7. 2 beats, my head is not in the skies. 1 beat and C. My heart does. Continuing on. Let's do it one more time at a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, actually, before we do that, B flat 7, everybody. Notice that when I go from B flat 7 to E minor 7, my middle finger stays. It just stays right there. Right? Common tone right there, but also makes that transition easier. Okay, now let's really start. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. This can't be love, because I feel so well. B flat 7. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. G7. 2nd verse. This can't be love, I get no dizzy spells. one beat. My heart does, and it continues on. This is exciting. We're almost at a point where we could play the whole thing. Woo, woo. So let's go here and look at our B section finally. So my heart does not stand still. And you could totally play a B minor 7 or a B minor if you want. I don't know why you'd play this chord over this chord personally, because I find that that second, barring the one fret, is a lot easier than adding a finger to a bar. Up to you. Now, I could, instead of playing E minor 7, oh yeah, so look at this line, and does this line look really familiar to you? Does it look like this? Kind of crazy, right? So you could potentially, anything that I have done on that last line of verse 1, I could totally do to the 4 measures in our B section. Kind of crazy, right? Yeah, so it should look very familiar to you, what's going on there. So anything that we did, you could totally do. So knowing that, and actually, let's have us, for now, just so that we have played through the B section, I want us to, we'll just move forward. It'll be fine. Okay, so this is that B section we were talking about. And look what I did. I did something fancy and extra to you folks right here. Okay. For funsies, I did E minor 7 up here. And then instead of just bringing my pinky down, I decided to move everybody around to hold what looks like a diminished 7 chord. I'm calling it a 7 flat 9 just because of context and what I want the bass player to play, but it's 3, 4, 3, 4. And then D minor 7. And then the same thing, it looks like a diminished shape. 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's go to that 3rd fret. Sweet. Move it all down and make a diminished shape. 2. D minor 7, B. Make it the diminished shape. Love. Again, 3rd fret. Sweet. Move it down to D minor 7. To G7 flat 9. Yeah? That's the only sort of fancy pants thing I did there. But on the next page, we have got I actually gave you an ending for fun, okay? The ending that I chose is based off of a Count Basie ending. And I gave it to you because we've actually covered this ending before in past workshops. So why not? So this can't be love because I feel so well, but still I love to look in your eyes. And then there's usually a measure here that's like D minor, G7. And then the song tends to repeat, okay? But if we're gonna end the song, I might go to A7, which is our 6th chord. But still I love. And instead of doing 2 beats, I made it 4 beats. See here? I love to G7 look in your eyes. Okay? So that's what I have here for you to have fun and look at. I also gave you links so that if you wanted to look at past Jazz Jam packets and also our jazzy endings, which was years ago, you can totally take a look, because in that Jazz Jam 2, I actually talk about this ending in a different key, and I also talk about it in this key of C, in that jazzy endings. So I gave you links to those so you could have them. Now, I want us to very slowly go through this ending, and then we're going to just start from the top and try it, okay? I love some people saying yikes. With practice, you'll be able to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. B7, 2 beats here, but still I love to look in your and then D minor in the diminished, and then C. Yay! Let's do that one more time with the open C string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open C, D minor, sharp diminished, and C. One last time. 2, 3, 4. Open C, D minor, D sharp 7, and then C. If you want, you can end with another C note there. I think that's what I actually generally teach, but let's go through it. Here we go. From the tippy tippy top. So much different from what we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. B flat. No sobs. No sorrows. No sighs. Third fret. This can't be love. I get no dizzy spells. 2 beats my head. A minor is not in the sky. 1 beat. Back to your C. My heart does not stand still. Just hear it beat. This is too sweet to D minor B. E love 2, 3, 3rd fret. This can't be love because I F feel so well. B flat 7, but still I love A minor. To look in your eyes, A7, still I love to look in your eyes. Yay! Hooray! That was fun. Let's do it again, but a little faster. And can you believe it? Because remember, the original was, this can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows. Oh, sorry, sobs. No sorrows, no sighs. Right? It's just a lot of C, F, and G7. And look what we did. All the things. Well, not all, but a lot of the things. Let's try it a little bit faster, just so that there's a recording of it being played a little bit faster. You can always go back. If you mess up, you can always go back, rewatch it, because this is recorded, and go through it as much as you want on your own. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, actually, I'll do a close-up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. 3rd fret. This can't be love. I get no dizzy spells. My head is not in the sky. My heart does not stand still. Just hear it beat. This is too sweet to be love. 2, 3, and this can't be love because I feel so well. Still I love to look into your eyes. Yeah, still I love to look into your eyes. And cue jazz hands. So it's a really fun tune, and there's so much more that we could do to it. If you go and look up this song, you'll find so many different versions, because I know for me, whenever I'm working on a piece and I'm arranging a piece for you folks, I have my own ideas that I look at and work out, but then I also look at lots of different variation, other people's arrangements too, because I might get an idea from their arrangement and go, oh, cool. And then I can explain why they did what they did. Or for some things, I go and learn why it was done that way. So again, remember that we've so many workshops talking about 2-5-1s, 1-6-2-5s, and we've done this kind of thing before with songs, with arranging and stuff. And, you know, I only give you 2 links, but there's so many. If you look in our past live streams, you can still purchase packets for some of those past live streams as well. There's so much. We have this treasure trove. ArtistWorks students, we have all these lessons on 1-6-2-5s and 3-6-2-5s. If you want to get more into playing jazz music, specifically jazz standards, right? It's just one of those things that it's so much fun. And, oh, so funny that I like that Terry is saying, you know, oh, it's so hard to sing it there, or first one, because I'm so used to hearing, you know, Ella Fitzgerald and Nat King Cole's versions. Yeah, it is kind of, if you're used to hearing more advanced chords, your ear is hearing that there should be a change there. So it feels weird to sing when you've made stuff super, super, super simple. One other thing I want you to also think about with this workshop too is really take some time. If there's a jazz song that's really hard, look at it and see if you can find patterns in it, like 1-6-2-5s, because you can go backward and simplify the song even, where I could look at this, and that's actually what I did for this lesson, as I looked at something like this and went, oh, I could totally just leave this C and then make this be G7, and it would be just fine, because I can take what I've learned and go backward with it as well. So keep that in mind as you go through this. ArtistWorks students, feel free to do a VE on this. Robert Karatsu, I'm looking at you because I have a feeling this will probably pop up. But again, do a VE on it. Show me what you've decided to do with it. You know, I love getting to see that. If you aren't one of our ArtistWorks students, tag us on social media. I know Terry, even though Terry's also an ArtistWorks student, she's also tagged us on social media when she's done songs. And I love it because we love getting to see what you guys do with the things that we teach you. We are not teaching you an arrangement. We are trying to give you tools so you can arrange your own songs and songs you already know and love. So thank you guys so much. I don't know if Craig has anything else he wants to add for today.
No, just a huge thank you for joining us live. I know most people do watch the replay. But it's always fun to have a live chat to be able to.
Diane Nalini?
Oh
my gosh, I miss you. I miss you so much, lady. Love you. My gosh, this is so cool. I am so glad that you guys enjoyed this workshop. And yay, Miriam, I can't wait to hear this one. And I wonder what key you're going to put it in. Because also, there's that other aspect too. If this key doesn't work for your vocals, move it. Switch it. We have a lesson on transposing. That was in February. Go back and watch it. ArtistWorks students, go to the transposing lessons in the portal.
And again, for those of you who got a lot out of it or enjoy the workshop, you know, don't be afraid to purchase your own packet to help support us and to be able to keep doing these free live streams as well.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll see some of you guys at the LA Ukulele Festival coming up next week, and some of you at the Fort Langley Ukulele Festival the following week. Definitely come up, say hi, and thank you guys again for joining us live and supporting our live streams. We love all of you folks, and thanks for celebrating our 10-year anniversary with us. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.